Hi friends, Karu here. Welcome to my channel, and this is my first video. A small introduction about me. I'm working in the wireless domain for the past 20 years, and I have worked for various organizations like Ericsson, Samsung, Cisco, to name a few. And I worked with operators as well. I've worked in lab test efforts, radio parameter optimization, system performance analysis. And so here I'm going to share my 5G learnings with you all. I hope I'll be able to make a meaningful contribution. Let's learn 5G together. So today we are going to learn about 5G new radio master information block, which is part of the physical broadcast channel. NR standalone user equipment acquires MIP and the remaining system information during the cell acquisition process. The first step is to scan and detect the cell defining synchronization signal block. In short form, it's called as SSB. And then it is going to decode the physical broadcast channel, which is part of the system synchronization signal block, to get the mass information block contents. And let me walk you through the mass information block contents here. The MIP contains information that is necessary to receive system information block type 1, which is also called as remaining mass system information. And we call it as RMSI, which means remaining minimum system information that the UE need to decode to work with the system. And the MIP contains a payload of 24 bits, which includes 1 bit indicating broadcast control channel message type, and one other bit is a spare bit, and also contains the control resource set, which is called a score set configuration for remaining minimum system information that's associated with the synchronization signal block. So here, as you see here, the SFN is nothing but the system frame number, which is 6 bits. Okay? And then it contains the intra-frequency reselection. Here, as part of the message, we see here it's allowed, which is bit 0. And here, if you see here, intra-frequency reselection, it can take two values, allowed and not allowed, and it is also a 1 bit. Toggling them will make it transfer message is allowed or not allowed. And also it has cell barred status. Here 1 represents not barred. And here you can see the cell bar, which is also a single bit. And then we have the PDCCH config SIB1. So what is PDCCH config SIB1? PDCCH is physical downlink control channel, and PDCCH config SIB1 is nothing but the configuration for PDCCH to read SIB1, which is RMSI. And here the value in this example is 96, and if we convert that into binary, the first 4 bits or the MSB is 0110, which tells What is the control resource set 0 is? Control resource set 0, 6. So we have in 3GPP specification in table 13.1, we have a index 6 which represents what is the physical resource block that we will use, and the number of symbols that gets used for the control resource set. And search space 0 here in this example is 0. From the search space 0, we'll be able to find the starting symbol in the slot where this control resource set starts. And we also have SSB subcarrier offset. Here it is 0. It's SSB subcarrier offset. It can take values from 0 to 15 and it is 4 bits. And also subcarrier spacing common. Here in this example, it is subcarrier spacing of 15 kilohertz. And you can see here the subcarrier spacing common. It can either signal 15 kilohertz or 30 kilohertz by toggling the bit. One bit as 0 and 1. 0 represents 15 kilohertz here. And if it is transmitted as 1, it is going to be 30 kilohertz for FR1, frequency range 1. And in case of frequency range 2, it is going to represent subcarrier spacing of 60 kilohertz or 120 kilohertz. MIB also contains DMRS type A position. DMRS is nothing but demodulation reference signal. And the type A position bit tells whether it is position 2 or position 3. So in this example, we have position 2. Position 2 will allow 2 symbols for core set. Core set is nothing but control resource set. So here, the periodicity of MIB is 80 millisecond with a repetition within the 80 millisecond. Thanks for listening in. We'll see you again with another interesting topic. Have a great day.